Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Deb Sofield, and you're listening to my weekly radio show called Encouragement for Your Life. Many of you know I'm a national speaker, trainer, and coach. I help people find their voice and learn to use it. I'm also a conference speaker on the topics of public speaking for your non-listening audience, how to present well, how to deal with the media, and crisis communication. If your organization is having a conference and you're looking for a keynote speaker, I'd love to be a part. You can find me at my website, debsofield.com. I've got a number of books on the market. My series, Encouragement for Your Life, Tough Love Memos to help you fight your battles and change the world, they're available on Amazon, as well as my book, Speak Without Fear, and my latest book, which is called Perfecting Your Platform. Just go to Amazon, type in my name, Deb Sofield, and all my books will appear. They would make great holiday gifts, I'm just saying. All right, my theme for today is this. Friend, the one thing you have that no one else has, well, it's you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live as only you can. I'm Deb Sofield. Thanks for spending these next few minutes with me. Let's get started with today's exciting show. I must say I really like that quote from Neil Gaiman. The one thing you have that nobody else has is you, my friend. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So you need to write and draw and build and play and dance and live only as you can. I meet a lot of people in my work and in my travels, and as I've grown in my own life through so many life experiences, I have developed over time, I believe, what I would call a sixth sense, as it were. I have this ability to see past the facade of who many people want you to think they are to the underneath of what that person is like, all the way inside to their heart, mind, soul, and body. Now, not just the outward show, but the true self. Now, I admit, I don't always see it right away in everyone that I meet, but within a few minutes or over time, it just seems to settle on me. The difference of who they really are and who they want you to think they are. Now listen, I have no special magical gift for this. It's a hunch that I have to say proves right more times than not. And what I find so interesting is that many times, now listen, not all the time, the person underneath or the real person is really an amazing mix of talent, silliness, fun, wisdom. And what's odd is that either they don't see it or they don't believe they have it. So I guess it's good that I can see it and explain it to them, or at least tell them what I see. I hope you have a friend that can see past your outward self to your inward soul and can and will nourish you to be your best. Some of you will find that comfort in your faith, and others will find it in true love of family and friends, and some will find it in the everyday successes of life. I came across this quote from Neil Gaiman, and it's my theme for today. The one thing that you have that no one else has is you, my friend. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So you should write and draw and build and play and dance and live only as you can. Friend, today I want to remind you that you have permission to write and draw and build and play and dance and live only as you can. And I encourage you to do so. Why? Because it really is good for your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body, and your life, and the legacy you'll leave behind. See, living up to the potential of your voice, your mind, your story, and your vision will allow you to develop your best self, who you really are. Now, let me add, if others don't see that in you, don't worry. It's not for them to see and judge. So don't let their words and comments affect you. For they mean nothing, since their comments are usually more telling about their life than yours. So let me remind you, you are one in over 8 billion people in the world. So let me remind you that, friend, the thing you have that no one else has, it's you. Knowing that you're called to greatness, and whatever that calling may be, I've got to ask, what will you do today, tomorrow, this week, this month, about your calling? See, let me remind you of the 3 traps that will hold you back if you don't unloose yourself from the judgment of others and walk in your own path. Yes, I know, here I go again. Friend, you need to consider cleaning up your personal self. Okay, tough love, I get it. Let's look in the mirror. Would you date you? Would you be comfortable taking a date in that dirty car? Or to invite someone to your overstuffed house that is filled with things that you will never need and you promised to clean out last year? Okay, just something to think about. I know. Now let me call you out for your mentally made up peculiar issues that you keep allowing to roll around in your head because you like to think you're different. Okay, for the record, sorry to burst your bubble, you're probably not. You're just using your pain as a crutch. Yep, I said it. You're using your pain as a crutch. So you have an excuse to tell and show others that you're damaged, you're hurt, you're broken, you're sad. But in your mind, it's okay because you have been hurt. You've been left alone. You've been done wrong by others. Oh my goodness, you could write a country music song with all your pain and troubles that you let fester in your mind year after year. So while I'm on this roll, let me step on your last nerve and question the emotional baggage that you seem to enjoy carrying around. Because you refuse to forgive those who have hurt you, said unkind words, maybe broke your heart, and found someone else to make miserable. Think about it. Instead of being glad that you're now free, you've decided to cling to that hurt to remind you of how bad your life used to be. Remember? Remember how they questioned everything you did? Everyone you spoke to? They even went so far to check the mileage in your car to make sure you didn't go anywhere you weren't supposed to by their demands? Friend, how could you forget the misery you survived, only to cling to the emotional hurt in the here and now? For the next moment, let's set aside your personal, mental, and emotional issues, and let's reflect on what you look like to others. Okay, I get it. It's a hard thing to do, because so many people think if they don't look at it, it's not there. But friend, it is. And it's all those things that make you unlovely to others, because you've gotten sloppy in your life. Is it simply a sad reflection of your choosing not to be your best self? Oh yes, it's a choice, and you, and frankly only you, can change that. You know, one of the hardest lessons in life is learning to let go. Whether it's guilt, anger, love, loss, or betrayal. Change is never easy. It's strange how we fight to hold on, and we fight to let go. But don't give up on the fight to be your best self. Because you see, my friend, the one thing that you have that no one else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. And do you know what the most interesting thing about the real you is? It's that you were put here for a purpose, and it is your job to figure out why, and how to leave this spinning planet a better place than where you found yourself living in your very small corner. I spend a lot of time helping people find their voice, and then I teach them how to use it for good. I'm an executive speech and corporate presentations coach. See, I believe your voice is your signature. It's your calling card. It's kind of who you are. Did you know the one thing most people miss when a loved one has gone on is the sound of their voice? Or for some, it's a personal scent. Maybe it was your mother's perfume or your dad's cologne or that musty smell that comes with a life well lived and worn with grace. And it's not just about the sound or smell, but the well-worn sayings about life and love and hopefully laughter that relights the memory of a loved one who's passed on. I'm always curious how people's minds work. I have a dear friend who's my traveling buddy, and we really are perfect as travelers because, I'll admit, I don't spend time reading guidebooks. I much prefer to walk the street, shop, eat, look, sit, drink coffee, eat gelato, and watch people walk by. Oh, I'm thrilled to find an antique store or a bookshop, maybe even a shoe shop. And certainly, I hunt out grocery stores. Okay, I know, but it is my favorite thing to do on vacation. I like to go to the meat market or the fish market. I don't like the smell, but I like to look. Whereas my friend, well, she reads up on the things that we should see while we're in town. She makes reservations for plays and concerts and fine dining. So our minds work differently, and we're better for it. When I think about my clients, I encourage them to tell me a story about their life, a success or failure. There was a turning point to finding themselves in their career or the place where they are today. Their story. As a line from my theme today would say, everyone has a story. And I'll add that the good thing is you get to write the ending. Maybe you didn't get much of a chance to write your beginning. Friend, any given moment, you can choose how your story will end. I'm trusting it'll be a humdinger of a great life well lived with joy and gratitude and wonder, excitement, joy, and peace. Now that your voice, your mind, your story is revealed, let me finish with a thought about your vision. Your vision is what will lead you to your final destination. Your vision of your true self, who you really are, will be what sustains you in good times and bad. Your vision is what sets your boundaries of what you will and will not do. Friend, remember to guard your vision to see only what is good, and don't turn away from the lighted path onto the darkness. With all you have, stay on the well-lighted path for success. Your vision is what sets you apart from others who only see what's right before them. I have an after-dinner talk where I ask my audience if they can see beyond the darkness of the current reality, or do they only see what is currently right in front of them? True leaders can see beyond the current darkness to better days ahead, and they don't let those who are blinded by disbelief sway them from their path leading to success. So I've got to ask, friends, what is your vision for your life? What is your vision for your job and your family and your future? Remember, the one thing that you have that nobody else has is your vision. Remember, the difference between a dream and a vision is having the audacity to act upon it for your amazing life. Because as our quote says today, the one thing that you have that no one else has, well, it's you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision. So write and draw and build and play and dance and live only as you can. Gotta say, I love that theme for today. Stay with me. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. And we're going to talk about how to achieve the vision that you have for your life. I'm Deb Sofield. This is Encouragement for Your Life. Stay tuned. I'll be right back after the break. Hi, I'm Deb Sofield. If you or someone you know is interviewing for law school, medical school, dental school, veterinary school, scholarships, college, or a job, call me. You need to be prepared for the interview. Most interviews have a standard set of questions that you must know the answer to. You need a coach and I can help. I have years of experience coaching for all types of interviews. I'd like to be on your team. I'd like to be your coach. Contact me through my website, debsofield.com. Hey everyone, welcome back. So as I'm continuing with my theme today, I came across a really cool article by a guy named Sean Lim, and it's Tips on How to Live to Your Full Potential and Live a Great Life. He's got a lot of great things in this article. I'm going to do my best to get through it before we run out of time here on the show. He starts by saying this: it is a frustrating feeling that you hate to go to work, but you have no choice because you got bills to pay. And if you don't get a job, what are you going to do? That's what everyone's doing. Running the rat race can make you feel stuck, going nowhere, and that life has no meaning at all. If this is the kind of feeling you are experiencing right now, it simply means that you're not living to your full potential. He goes on to say, I believe that God does not make junk. Every one of us can excel and do good in life, and that every one of us has some potential in us waiting to be unleashed. The problem with most people is that they fail to realize their potential. They're playing it small and they don't live up to their maximum potential. There are many reasons why this happens. They've been conditioned to be afraid to try new things. They believe that they need to get a job after graduating from school and that being an entrepreneur is hard. They're afraid of failure, being rejected, that they might be embarrassed when things don't work out. Too many folks allow their fears and their worries to take control of their lives. Eventually, they don't dare pursue their dreams. And even if they do, they give up as soon as they hit the first roadblock. And this is why most people are not successful. See, they don't live out their full potential and they let their surroundings shape them rather than shaping their environments with their decisions. So, friend, if you're feeling trapped inside, going nowhere, you have no idea what to do with your life, this article or this radio show is meant for you today. Here are some tips that can help you unleash your inner greatness and live out your life to your full potential. So the first one is this: work and live for a bigger purpose. What's your vision? What do you want to accomplish in your life? More importantly, who do you want to be? Always start by asking yourself questions. If you want to understand yourself better and live a fulfilling life, friends, you must first identify what you want out of your life. And to do that, you must ask the self-discovery questions. The more you ask yourself, the more answers you will get, and the more you can understand yourself better. I love this quote from Lao Tzu, who says, "Knowing others is intelligence. Knowing yourself is true wisdom. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power." So, learn to understand yourself. Know what you want out of your life and find out who you want to be. It's just not enough to think and dream and hope about what you want. You must become the right person so that you can attract the right results in your life. You can become successful when you develop and become the right person with the right characteristics, the traits and habits, mindsets, belief, and qualities. It's who you are that will determine what you get in your life. So, to live up to your full potential, find out who you want to be and then be that person starting today. Remember, you don't have to be great to start, but you must start to be great. I love the next point: set goals and achieve them. The next thing you want to do is to set goals to achieve your vision. Friends, you can't just dream about what you want. You must set it as a goal and create a concrete plan to achieve it. Most people fail to live a successful life because they only dream about what they want, and that's all they do. They don't turn their visions into goals and they don't come up with plans for how they're going to achieve what they want. Setting a goal is the first step of turning the invisible into the visible. When you write down your goals, you must also commit to them. And then you've got to create a plan of what you need to do to achieve it. And more importantly, friend, you're going to have to take some massive action to get the results you want. So don't just say you're going to do something. Do it, my friends. Believe in yourself that you can have whatever you want. Listen, if your goal is to travel the world in a year or build $1 million business, you can do it. But first you got to believe in it. Set a goal, create a plan, and then work on that plan relentlessly. That's how extraordinary people produce extraordinary success in their lives. Hey, listen, if they can do it, you can too. The next point is develop and improve yourself consistently. Here's the truth. There is no way you can achieve greatness and live to your full potential if you don't commit to constant learning and improving. How can you tell if you've reached your maximum potential? Well, you can't unless you are constantly upgrading yourself and working hard to get there. I am someone who strongly believes in learning and personal development. I am where I am today because of my knowledge and the skills that I've developed over the years. If you want to unleash your greatness, you must commit to constant and consistent learning and improving as well. How do you think Tiger Woods, Roger Federer, Steve Jobs, Gary Vaynerchuk, Casey Neistat, and many others achieved outstanding success in their lives? Well, they worked hard and they strive to improve each day. They commit to doing better than they were yesterday. And that's what you and I must do also. The next point is give your best at everything you do. I have to ask, are you giving 100% to the things that you desire to achieve? There's no way you can reach your potential if you are not willing to do your best. Since you're going to be doing it anyway, just go all in. That way you will increase your chance of success. Listen, a lot of people choose to play it safe and small, but that's not the way extraordinary people do things. Great people prefer to play it big. Here's the quote: "It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. Oh, friend, we are meant to shine as children do. So I'll agree, your playing small is not going to serve the world, and there's nothing enlightened about shrinking. Trust yourself because you are meant to shine. And I would add, dream big and then think even bigger. And when it comes to pursuing your goals and living your dreams, you have got to be 100% committed and give it your best. The next point is one we talk about but don't do, and that's take care of your health. When we talk about reaching our full potential, we usually think just about success and fame and money. But you have to admit, none of that matters if you don't have health. In order to have the energy and the good mind to pursue and live your greatness, friends, you got to take care of yourself. I mean, what's the point of having money and in the end, you don't have the energy and the health to enjoy it? We want to be successful, but we also need to be healthy enough to enjoy the fruit of our labor. Don't ignore your health. Exercise when you can. Don't be afraid to sweat and eat healthy food. And listen, if you're a heavy smoker and you drink a lot, I think it's time to reconsider your habits and time to make a shift. The next point I love, and that's learn to say no and give priority to yourself. I love this quote. If you want to make everybody happy, don't be a leader. Sell ice cream. Or in my case, Krispy Kreme donuts. All right, sometimes you and I need to learn to say no to others so we can stay on our priority. If you've decided to get rid of a bad habit of, let's just say, drinking, and your friends invite you over for a drink, what will you do? Here's what you do. You reject them politely and unapologetically. You know what's right for you, and you know what you should do. And if you're always being a yes person, you're going to get nowhere. I mean, being a yes man or woman means you're not being true to yourself. You're living someone else's life. Remember, Steve Jobs says, your time is limited. Don't waste it living someone else's life. So keep your promises and the commitments that you have made to yourself. Stay true to yourself and give yourself the priority that you need. And for some of you, that is learning to say no to things that don't serve your life or your purpose. I'm going to skip ahead on this article because there's a couple points I really do want to make. And probably the next one is stop comparing yourself to others. If you always compare yourself to others, you will never be satisfied and you will never be happy. People feel stressed because they want to do better than others. They want to achieve more than others, and they want to be more successful than others. Listen, everyone has their own timeline. If you're 40 and you're still broke, but you are relentlessly pursuing your dream, eventually your time will come. Success will be yours. The key is not to give up and have the grit to work for what you want. When you see your friends buying bigger and more expensive cars, it seems like they have it made, and you're still swimming upstream getting nowhere. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to compare yourself with others. As long as you know what you want out of life and you're working hard to achieve it, oh friend, you're good to go. I mean, who knows? After 5, 7, 10 years, you may be richer and more successful than your friends. And if you work hard enough, maybe you'll drive a better car. But here's the key. Stop comparing. Get to work and live according to your own timeline. Friend, you're not ahead or behind of others because everyone is on their own timeline. So stop comparing. I love the next one, and that's inspire and help others. One thing that can help you live up to your full potential is to always help and inspire others. They say this, the best kept secret of those who achieve superstar status in their field is this: anyone can get the work done, but superstars do it in a way that inspires others. There's a lot of motivational speakers out there, but a few have really achieved the status of Tony Robbins. He's got huge audiences that he energizes, inspires, and instills confidence. Listen, if you help enough people achieve their goal, they will help you live your dreams in return. Probably the most important thing is to be yourself. Everyone has talent, and if you think you have none, that's because you haven't found it yet. One of the main reasons people fail to realize their potential is they are always trying to copy others. When they see that others are doing good in their e-commerce business, they want to sell products online too. When they see their friends are doing well in real estate, they decide they want to be in real estate. My friend, success is not about copying others. It's about living true to yourself and achieving greatness according to your own uniqueness. You see, the key is to know your strength and work at it. Don't copy others and do what they did. Be yourself. And friend, don't wait. Get started. You want to live to a full potential? Don't wait. You have a dream, pursue it. You have a goal? Let's get to work. A lot of people choose to wait because they think they have time. Friend, we don't. You've got to get started. Thing it is, you can start now. You can make a new ending. A wonderful ending that is truly what you desire. But you got to start. Friend, it is never too late to unleash your greatness and live to your full potential. And there's no better time to do it than now. All right, I love that article. I think it is good for you today. And I want to thank you for joining me. I'm Deb Sofield. This has been Encouragement for Your Life. I hope you'll join me next week, same time, same place. Take care, everybody, and have a great week.